Flosstube. This is Tina Frazier, originally from Columbus, Ohio, coming to you from Norwalk, California on my week-long trip with my husband, Dylan. We're visiting my parents' house out in Norwalk, California this week, and I have a bit of an update to show you. Today my husband and I were out shopping, doing some little shopping locally, and we stopped by and had lunch at a Revolving Sushi bar, which is a sushi restaurant where the sushi is placed on a conveyor belt and it travels around the restaurant, and you pick out the pieces of sushi that you want off the conveyor belt, and they charge you per plate. The sushi restaurant that we went to is Kula Revolving Sushi, Kula. The one we went to was in the Brea Mall off of Imperial Highway, and I will put the link to the restaurant down below. But anyway, it was really good. It was our first conveyor sushi experience, and we had a blast. I did post a couple of live videos from it on my Facebook page, so if I can figure out how to get the videos off of Facebook and downloaded, I will get them for you and attach them to the end of this video. But anyway, one of the reasons why we went there too is a little farther down the street from the Brea Mall is a local cross-stitch store called We of the Needle. Give me just a second, and if you don't mind the crinkling, I will get the information from the needlework store out of the bag. I did make a purchase today, and I am getting ready to show that to you. So here is a little blurb from the store. This is something that they included in my bag. I don't know if the glare is going to be too much for you to see it, but the cross-stitch store is We of the Needle. It's at 2810 Imperial Highway in Brea. Here's the contact information and the store hours, their email address. They have a monthly meetup and guild stitch-in on the first Saturday of each month from 10:30 to 1:30, and they have classes, bring your own project classes. Information is there, and they also have a Friday night stitch-in. Their store stays open until 8 p.m. on Fridays, and from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. you can bring your stitching and either bring your own dinner or order dinner with the group, and they invite you to sit and stitch with them. They've invited me this Friday, but unfortunately Dylan and I are going to be getting ready to fly back home on Saturday, so we won't be able to make it. But if you're in Southern California and you can make it to the Brea area, you can go to We of the Needle. I will put their contact information in the comments below, so you can visit them if you're able. The store was really nice. The ladies that were in there were very nice and very talkative and very friendly, and they were pretty excited that somebody from Ohio came to visit them. And it was just a nice little shop. They have quite an interesting collection of patterns and kits and magazines and floss. They have a wide selection of floss. They don't carry DMC, but they do carry a floss brand called Cosmos, which I'd never heard of, and it is apparently well known in quilting circles, because apparently a lot of quilters use Cosmos floss as opposed to DMC floss for their quilting. So they have the whole line of Cosmos floss, including the metallics and like blending filament type of threads. So if you happen to be looking for Cosmos floss, you may want to give them a call and see where you can get that. This is the first time I've really seen Cosmos floss, and I did buy some Cosmos black, so I can do a comparison in another video of the Cosmos floss versus the 310 DMC. As we all know, the 310 DMC, the coverage on that floss tends to leave a little to be desired. A lot of people will switch out anchor floss for DMC 310. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. But anyway, I purchased two other patterns, or actually a kit and a pattern, that I hadn't seen before that they had on sale. So I will take a minute and show you what I got. So this first pattern is a pattern that I haven't seen yet, but it's an older pattern by Alma Lynn. It's from her private collection, and this is Elegant Father Christmas. I don't know if the glare is going to be too bad on this. Elegant Father Christmas. This is by Alma Lynn. And this is the pattern. Now the interesting thing about this pattern is that it is quite large. It's all one sheet. I'm going to take it out for you. It's all one sheet. It comes in a nice little cover like this. But this is actually part of the pattern. Yeah. So you can see it's quite large print. You're not going to get much out of that, but it's all one piece. Let me see if I can open this without showing you. I mean, it's like one huge sheet of paper. So anyway, this pattern was published by Alma Lynn's Design Inc. And this is part of a collection depicting many faces of Santa. This one came after the Fantasy Father Christmas. So this is Elegant Father Christmas. Elegant Father Christmas. You have to excuse the lighting. The lighting isn't as good here that I've had before. This is Elegant Father Christmas. I don't know if this is going to be anything that I kit up or work on anytime soon, but it's an Alma Lynn design, and kind of have a little soft spot for her. After doing that that oldest work in progress of the bunnies that I did in one of my first videos, my 24-year-old work in progress, kind of have a soft spot for Alma Lynn, and I kind of like her designs. You know, she's kind of cutesy, a little country. But yeah, Father Christmas. That made it to my stash today. Now the next thing is a kit that I saw in there. It was also in their sale bin, and I'd never heard of this company, this cross stitch kit company, before. I am going to take this out of the bag. I do want to show you though that it came with blue Aida. It's a really big piece of blue Aida. I mean, you can see how thick that is. A really big piece. And it comes with, it came with the floss. The only thing is I opened up the pattern to look at it, and the pattern didn't have floss numbers. So I'm not sure if I do stitch with this, if the floss is DMC floss, if I'm going to be able to find a an alternative if I run out of colors. But anyway, I don't know how big the Aida is in this yet because I haven't taken the Aida out because the floss is kind of wrapped in it, and I wanted to keep it nice for you guys to see. So I am going to take the Aida out and show you how big it is. But the pattern that I got is by Pinn Cross Stitch Kits, Pinn. I will put the link down below for you. But this is the one I got. This is called, this one isn't called anything, but it's, I think it's called like Tie Umbrella Painter. And it's designed by Siphon Bonasutha Pandit. Borasutha Pandit. I'm not sure the name. I can't pronounce it well. But this is the pattern that I got. It's Pinn Cross Stitch Kits, TD19. The stitch count is 220 by 300. This is the pattern. And there is the designer, designed by. And you can see the kit contains pre-sorted threads, easy to use symbol color chart, 14 count light blue Aida, and clear instructions in a needle. So this is the pattern that I got. The interesting thing is that this pattern is split up into 9 pages. You got 3 pages across and 3 pages down. So it's a pretty big pattern. The pattern is all in color and it's all by symbols. But anyway, so you can see the pattern is broke up. This is how the pattern is broke up in the chart. So you can see that. And the interesting thing is the, I guess I can show you the numbers because it doesn't really give you the numbers. But this is what the legend shows you in the numbers. As you can see, you know, the symbols there. I'm not going to show you any of the pattern, but the symbols there represent the colors that you use. And as you can see, there's no DMC numeration in there. So this ought to be an interesting pattern, and I may or may not try and match the floss so I can figure it out. If anybody out there knows what floss these patterns tend to use, I think these come out of the UK or come out of Thailand, but if you could post maybe like where what floss they use, that would be great. The nice thing is it's a little pattern booklet. You can see, you know, they've got the patterns and stuff on them, so it's pretty cool. I'm not sure how I'm gonna like using a colored pattern, a glossy colored pattern, but it should be kind of interesting. I'm definitely switching out the Ada on this. It also comes with a little instruction sheet on you know, how the pattern's laid out and how to do some of the stitches in the piece. But I am switching out the fabric. I have a piece of light blue even weave at home. I'm not sure if the piece is big enough, but anyway, so here goes. I'm gonna go ahead and take out the piece of Ada out of the fabric, or out of the bag, so you can see it. One of the things I did notice is one of the fabric colors, several of the fabric colors actually, appear to be, let me flip this over. Wow. Oh wow. Some of the fabric colors appear to be in their own little baggies. So, and none of them have labels. Like this is number 46. This one here is number 46. I'm not sure what that is. So it's kind of interesting that some of these are in their own little baggies, already sorted. There's some more baggies for you. This one is number 9. There's a lot of number 9. As you can see, this baggie is bigger than some of these other baggies. So some of the floss colors come, this is like an orange color. And then some of the flosses, so I would guess that since this card only has one color on it and has all these numbers, maybe you're supposed to put the rest of the floss on these cards. I'm not really sure. Use 2 strands of floss for cross stitch. Use 1 strand of floss for back stitch. That's the only instruction on the card. And here's another card. Here's another floss card with some numbers. I don't know if you can see those. It might be a little too washed out. And here's another floss card with more numbers. Maybe those are just extras. These little bags are extras for the ones you need. Like this one. This one says it's 43. Let me see if I can find one that is 31, 35, 26. And the interesting thing is somebody hand wrote the numbers on these. You can see that. Somebody hand wrote the numbers on these. So maybe these are just extra. Like here's 9. Okay, here's the one that has extra. So if I look on the floss card, okay. Well, I can't tell in this lighting, but you see I have this card has number 9 right there. This has number 9, so I'm thinking that maybe, use up the floss on the card and then you can go to this. I'm not sure. This is the first kit I've had. If anybody can explain that to me, let me know, because chances are likely I'm going to use the floss in the kit just to use it up. Because, I mean, who else is going to want this? I kind of like the pattern, though, that it's kind of Asian, and it's kind of a little right up my alley. So, anyway. Alright, so I got the floss. Let me get the floss put aside. The floss and all the floss baggies. There's a lot of floss baggies. There's a lot. I'll show you. Show you again. This is kind of weird. I've never seen a kit come with baggied floss. So, and the little baggies are kind of pretty. They have little patterns on them. Like this is like flowers. I don't know if this is any different. Oh, it's the same sort of flowers. Maybe that's what they use for all of them. Flowers? Does that look like flowers? Yeah, that looks like flowers. So maybe it's the same for all of them. Alright. So let me put that aside and get to the piece of fabric. Wow. Oh, it's not terribly big. So you have this piece. This is the bottom. Come on. And that's the top. It's light blue Ada. Here's the top. Light blue Ada. You can kind of see in the end. It's going to go this way, obviously, because it's taller than it is wider. But it's light blue Ada. This kit, it's already salvaged at the end. I don't know if you can see that on the light in here. They've already salvaged the end to keep it from fraying. The fabric is stiff. It's Ada. What do you expect? Ada's usually always stiff. But anyway, that's pretty much about what I know. So yeah, and it does come with a needle. Looks like just any normal, typical cross stitch needle. I think it's a 26, probably 24. Looks like it might be gold plated or something, but I can't really tell. No, it looks like just the threading. And you put the threads on, it has a little gold to it, a little gold tint. But yeah, probably not going to use the needle either. I'm probably not going to use the Ada. So I suddenly have a big piece of light blue Ada, but I don't know what I'm going to do with. I may just piece it out and give it to somebody, or, you know, offer it up if anybody wants it. But anyway, this is the kit that I got from Pinn. So this is going to go, chances are likely in my rotation sometime next year. So that's what I got. Alright, so I had another kit. Take care of this a little later, put that over the side. I had another thing that I had kitted up before I left that I was missing two specialty fibers for, sampler threads for. So I picked up those two sampler threads because they had them today. The first one is sampler threads by the Gentle Art, Mistletoe. You guys probably know what color this is. This is kind of a lighter, bright green. You're not going to see it real well in this light. I apologize for that. But this is sampler threads, Mistletoe. The other one is sampler threads. Oh, this is Simply Chicer by the Gentle Art. This is Bayberry. And this is kind of more of a khaki green color. Alright, so I mentioned earlier that they had floss, a different kind of floss that I had never seen before, called Cosmos. And I picked up 2 skeins of Cosmos 10, which is number 600. Cosmos. I don't know if you can see those. Oh, it's called Cosmo, not Cosmos. Cosmos 8mm thread. This number is their black. This is number 600. So I have 2 skeins of black. This thread feels like amazingly soft. I like playing with this. It's very soft. It's 6-stranded, just like DMC embroidery floss. But apparently this floss is used a lot by quilters. So because they have a lot of quilters in the area and they carry needlework supplies, a lot of quilters were coming in saying, hey, do you carry this floss? And they're like, no, we don't. So they decided to carry it. Now the two ladies at We of the Needle, where I shopped at today, here in California, they said that they only carry Cosmo floss, and whenever a pattern, most cross stitch patterns carry DMC, whenever they can, as long as the color, there's a matching color in Cosmo, they swap out all the DMC threads for the Cosmo threads, just because the threads, they said the threads seem to be stronger, and on smaller count fabrics the thread doesn't fray nearly as bad, and they said it's just nicer to work with, and it feels real soft comparative to DMC. I mean, this is lovely to touch. So I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna see, I might do a comparison, see if I can get my hands on some black anchor and do a comparison of Cosmo, DMC, and anchor for you in black. I would like to say that I'd like to get a whole set of Cosmo floss, but I don't know that's going to happen, because anchor's hard to come by in Ohio, where I'm from, and this floss is even harder to come by, unless of course I go to a quilt shop. Maybe one of the local quilt shops might carry this. But the other interesting thing is they also had some metallic Cosmo floss, and the ladies at the shop asked me if I'd ever stitched with Kreinik, and of course I have. I've done MLIs. A lot of MLIs have Kreinik. So they had a snippet cut off of one of their Cosmo bobbins for a metallic, and I picked that up, and that stuff is silky smooth, super silky smooth, super silky smooth. I was amazed, and I have a feeling that if you use that stuff, you're still probably limited to short lengths of the thread, but you probably wouldn't need Thread Heaven or Thread Magic or any of that stuff, conditioner, to use the Cosmo threads metallics, because they are smooth. So I may be on the hunt to try and use those too. So we'll see. As much as I'd like to get a full set of Cosmo thread, I don't know how feasible that's going to be for me right now. So anyway, I may give it a shot. If anybody out there is willing to donate, just let me know. Or if you have any feedback, please leave a comment, and I'd love to hear from you. But anyway, so that's about it. I don't really have any other updates here from Ohio or from California, other than the fact I have been stitching on a couple of things. I don't know if you remember my story from a video or two ago about the Mill Hill bead kits, the nativity set, and how on a previous trip out to California or somewhere, I had taken the Mary nativity kit on the plane with me, and I was working with it on the plane. And I walked off the plane and left it in the pocket in the seat in front of me. And so Mary disappeared on the plane. Well, I did start her on the plane again this time, but she made it with me. She's still with me. Hopefully she'll make it home. And I did get quite a bit done on her, but I pulled out the little MJ Hummel sweeper girl to work on her here. I'm hoping to get her close to being finished, so I can get that completed and off my list. So anyway, there's not much else going on. We're planning on doing Downtown Disney tomorrow, a couple other places Thursday and Friday maybe, before we head home on Saturday. So this might be the last video for another couple of days. I have a couple of videos of the fires here in Southern California. One of the fires started Monday? Yes, one of the fires started yesterday morning. We could see the smoke quite clearly from our house, from my parents' house. So I have pictures and videos to add of that. I have some more pictures of, I have a video to add of one of the completed pieces I have that is at my mom's house of MLI's Angel of Christmas. So you'll get to see that and a couple of pictures that I took. And if I can figure out how to get the videos off of it, you'll see Conveyor sushi videos and, you know, some other, I might attach, just do a video of, like, you know, some of the stuff I saw on my trip here to California. So anyway, that's about it. That's about all I got. So this is about 25 minutes. I'm sure that extra videos and stuff that I have will add to the time, but I just wanted to do a quick update. So thank you to all those who subscribed to me so far. There's been a lot of you since I left Ohio last Friday. Thank you very much for subscribing. I look forward to hearing about you and to watching your videos as well. And if you have any comments, you have any feedback, you have anything you want to add, just remember to leave a comment down below, and I will try and get back to you as soon as I can. It might not be until next week because, again, I'm on vacation in California. And anyway, so that's it. Until next time, I hope to see you again. Happy stitching, carry on, and have a good time. Thanks. So, quite a few people have asked me to see some of my completed works. This is a cross-stitch piece that I completed for my mom several years back. This is, I believe this is MLI's Angel of Christmas. This was done in the normal colors called for in the pattern, but I changed the fabric up. The fabric is kind of a pink, like a light pink linen, 32 count, I do believe. Stitched over 2 with DMC floss. I can't tell you the name of the fabric, and this was framed by, I don't even remember who we got it framed by, but this was a piece I entered in the state fair several years back. You can kind of see the ribbon hanging down below it. Don't mind the dishes hanging behind it. The kitchen is the best place that I had for it. I'm gonna try and grab the ribbon for you. The ribbon's a little dusty. Give me just a second. There we go. So this was entered in the state fair. The year I entered it, it won 3rd in its division. So anyway, this is one of the patterns that was originally charted for the over one face, and you can see the over one face here and the different shading in it. Lots of beads and metallics in this piece. A lot of metallic. You can see there's metallic all throughout her red dress, and also metallic throughout the yellow ribbons surrounding her, and also in the bottom of the dress. There's green metallic in there too, and lots of beads. You can see the beads. So anyway, this is my completed piece, Angel of Christmas. I'm going to attach some more pictures of her at the end of the video that I attach this to for you guys to see. But this is one of my finishes that I gifted to my mom. And I believe this is about a 12 12-inch by 20-inch piece. So, anyway, I hope you enjoy this. So Dylan and I made it to Revolving Sushi. It's sushi on a conveyor belt. Tempura Philly roll. Thank you. Uh-oh. Rainbow roll. Soy sake marinated tuna. Well, that looks good. I'm gonna get some of that.
Okay.
Yummy! Marinated tuna. Soy sake marinated tuna from the conveyor belt. Columbus needs one of these. Oh, they have garlic ponzu tuna. Tamago, do you want tamago?
No, thank you.
Columbus needs a, we're at the Brea Mall. Kula Sushi. And they have a game up here. The more plates that you drop in the thing, you get these little balls that drop down. And you get prizes for emptying plates. This is fun. We don't have these in Ohio. Seared beef with yakiniku. Hokkaido scallops. All right, well, I'm gonna end here to eat because I'm hungry. All right, bye. Oh. Do we get it? Do we get it? Yay! We get a prize! We get a prize! We get a prize! Yay! So Dylan and I, we were driving around with Mom just a little bit ago to grab some groceries and stuff for tonight, and we stopped by Lowe's to look at something really quick, and when we came out of Lowe's, we got caught up in the smoke. You can see the real dark smoke. It's kind of blowing this way now. It's not at my parents' house yet, but there's fires. We've heard a couple of different reports. There's a fire in Santa Ana, a fire in Anaheim Hills, or somewhere. But you can kind of see that smoke. The smoke is blowing in. I was going to joke and say that's California smog, but the smog ain't quite that bad. But yeah, this is the fire from wherever. We're going to try and figure out where it is. If anybody knows, oh, it's starting to smell like smoke now. Oh. But it really hit me pretty hard. Man. I'm still trying to clear from it, but yeah, so this is our air quality for today. You can see this, the fire smoke is starting to come this way. Yeah. It's pretty icky fire smoke. Oh, golly. So we're going to have to figure out where this fire smoke is coming from. It's pretty bad. Yeah, you can kind of smell the smoke in the air now. But it wasn't like this when we left. It's getting bad now. So yeah, we don't know where the fire's coming from. It's coming from somewhere over that way. But anyway, an evacuation in Santa Rosa, is that close? Linda, I don't know exactly where Santa Rosa is at. That might be from where it's coming. I don't know, but my parents live in Norwalk. It's quite a ways. I don't think we're in any danger at all. I mean, there's too many buildings and stuff. Oh, I'm getting ash. Wow. Hey, Dylan. Hold on just a minute. We're getting ash.
We're getting ash?
We're getting ash. I just had ash blow on me. I don't know, Linda, but yeah. I'm not sure how far away Santa Rosa is to us, but we're in Norwalk. Near Cerritos, Whittier, Santa Fe Springs, in that area. So I just had a little bit of ash. I hope that, well, it might not have been ash, but it looked like ash. It was black, flaky. But anyway, this is the smoke. So you're seeing the smoke blow by. It's pretty bad. Let me see if I can walk out a little bit. My mom and dad live on a dead end. But you can see how dark it gets way back over there amongst the trees. Let's see if I can get over. It's for miles and miles and miles. You can kind of see. This lady here with the decorated house, she's the one that has the daycare. That's Shelly. I don't know if she's going to let her kids out. But you can kind of see if you look down the street. You can kind of see it's a little smoky down that way. But yeah, I mean, that's fire smoke. The air quality around here is not going to be very good for a couple of days now. Air quality is not very good to begin with around here. But yeah, that's just going to be even worse. But yeah, that's all fire smoke. I don't think Bob Ross ever painted fire clouds. Oh no, okay, then Santa Rosa is north of San Francisco. I'm in Southern California. Yeah, I'm closer to San Diego than San Francisco. Oh God. But yeah, you can see the haze down the street. If you look way at the houses at the other end of the street, it's kind of hazy down there. Smoke's kind of blowing through. So this is what smoke from a California fire looks like. Just in case anybody wanted to know. He's probably closer to the Napa Valley fire. So we've been hearing this is either in Anaheim Hills or Santa Ana. So we don't know for sure where this fire is coming from. But it's filling in a lot more too. And you can kind of smell it. It's not too bad over here. Not as bad as it was over where we were. It kind of chased us this way, though. I was going to joke, though, that that's California smog. It's worse than California smog.
And sadly, the firefighters were overwhelmed with the amount of help that was needed out here. I was talking to one neighbor who's a retired firefighter, just retired a couple months ago. He told me he rushed out here, got all the garden hoses he could working to try to protect his neighbors' homes, but he couldn't do enough. And by the time the fire engines got here, they were dealing with multiple properties that were on fire, completely engulfed at the time. And there was just not enough resources. There weren't, you couldn't get enough fire trucks on this street to protect all these houses. And I won't take my mask off now because a lot of the noxious fumes coming off of these homes have died down as the flames themselves have pretty much gone away. One thing, thankfully, that seems to have also dissipated is the sound of a leaking gas line. This house over here, we walked down the street. This is the 3 homes that were burned right in a row, probably the first ones to go from the canyon fire. We were hearing this hiss, this hissing of an active gas line that was spewing out natural gas, just adding to the fire itself. It seems like the gas company was able to turn that off, or firefighters were able to shut that off, thankfully, because as long as that gas line is on and active and flowing, you're going to have an active fire situation and the chance that the flames could continue to spread to other homes. You can see where this firefighter is spraying water. Just behind him, it's about, I'd say, a 300, 400 foot slow drop down the side of a mountain.
Hey, boss.
The 91
So
on the other side. The fire came.
So Dylan and I, we were driving around with Mom just a little bit ago to grab some groceries and stuff for tonight. And we stopped by Lowe's to look at something really quick. And when we came out of Lowe's, we got caught up in the smoke. You can see the real dark smoke. It's kind of blowing this way now. It's not at my parents' house yet. But there's fires. We've heard a couple of different reports. There's a fire in Santa Ana, a fire in Anaheim Hills, or somewhere. But you can kind of see that smoke. The smoke is blowing in. I was going to joke and say that's California smog, but the smog ain't quite that bad. But yeah, this is the fire from wherever. We're going to try and figure out where it is. If anybody knows, oh, it's starting to smell like smoke now. Oh, but it really hit me pretty hard. Man, I'm still trying to clear from it, but yeah, so this is our air quality for today. You can see this, the fire smoke is starting to come this way. Yeah. It's pretty icky fire smoke. Oh, golly. So we're going to have to figure out where this fire smoke is coming from. It's pretty bad. Yeah, you can kind of smell the smoke in the air now. But it wasn't like this when we left. It's getting bad now. So yeah, we don't know where the fire's coming from. It's coming from somewhere over that way. But anyway, an evacuation in Santa Rosa, is that close? Linda, I don't know exactly where Santa Rosa is at. That might be from where it's coming. I don't know, but my parents live in Norwalk. It's quite a ways. I don't think we're in any danger at all. I mean, there's too many buildings and stuff. Oh, I'm getting ash. Wow. Hey, Dylan. Hold on just a minute. We're getting ash.
We're getting ash.
We're getting ash. I just had ash blow on me. I don't know, Linda, but yeah. I'm not sure how far away Santa Rosa is to us, but we're in Norwalk, near Cerritos, Whittier, Santa Fe Springs, in that area. So I just had a little bit of ash. I hope that, well, it might not have been ash, but it looked like ash. It was black, flaky. But anyway, this is the smoke. So you're seeing the smoke blow by. It's pretty bad. Let me see if I can walk out a little bit. Now, my mom and dad live on a dead end. But you can see how dark it gets way back over there amongst the trees. Let's see if I can get over. It's for miles and miles and miles. You can kind of see this lady here with the decorated house. She's the one that has the daycare. That's Shelly. I don't know if she's gonna let her kids out, but you can kind of see, if you look down the street, you can kind of see it's a little smoky down that way. But yeah, I mean, that's fire smoke. The air quality around here is not going to be very good for a couple of days now. Air quality is not very good to begin with around here. But yeah, that's just going to be even worse. But yeah, that's all fire smoke. I don't think Bob Ross ever painted fire clouds. Oh no, okay, then Santa Rosa is north of San Francisco. I'm in Southern California. Yeah, I'm closer to San Diego than San Francisco. Oh God. But yeah, you can see the haze down the street. If you look way at the houses at the other end of the street, it's kind of hazy down there. Smoke's kind of blowing through. So this is what smoke from a California fire looks like, just in case anybody wanted to know. He's probably closer to the Napa Valley fire. So we've been hearing this is either in Anaheim Hills or Santa Ana. So we don't know for sure where this fire is coming from. But it's filling in a lot more too. And you can kind of smell it. It's not too bad over here. Not as bad as it was over where we were. It kind of chased us this way though. I was going to joke, though, that that's California smog. That's worse than California smog.